welcome to Blue Ridge Youth Advocacy. I'm Kawana Hannock.
I'm Letty. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. I'm so glad you came in today. It's okay, though. I'd like to go over a few things before we get started.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Everything we talk about stays private. The only time I would disclose anything of our conversation is if I thought you would harm yourself or if there was someone else in harm's way. Also, elder abuse and if something is going to lead to child abuse, I would have to report those things. But other than that, everything that we talk about will remain confidential. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Let's get started. So, what brings you in today?
My school counselor recommended me.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me more about why they recommended you to come in today?
I've been having trouble at school, focusing, not completing my work.
Oh, okay. I see. So, are you currently working with any other support services or agencies?
No, just my school counselor.
Okay. I see. Another question I have is just doing a little bit more background, so it helps me to get to know you and what might be causing your struggles. But could you tell me who lives in your household?
My mom, my dad, and my two little sisters.
Okay. I see.
My parents are separated. They're in Texas. My dad's moving out. And I really don't know them.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you think that might be a big reason that you're struggling in school? I see.
My only problem is I might have to leave my friends at school or school. I don't want to do that.
That definitely sounds like a difficult situation.
It's been stressful. My parents argue a lot. It's affected my food.
I'm so sorry to hear that. So with all of this stuff going on and with school and the stress that you've been under, what does your social life look like? What do you do for fun?
I mostly just talk to friends, watch TV, go to church. I'm part of the youth group, but they don't know about the situation with my parents.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. I'm sorry to hear about that. So what grade are you in, Maddie?
I'm a freshman of high school.
Wow, that's very accomplishment. How has all of this impacted, do you think, your anxiety and your school performance?
I feel like I'm not interested in anything I like.
Yes. So I have a few more questions. It's going to follow along with this, and we will tie this in together. This just helps me again to learn about you and how I can help you. And this just gives me a picture of where we might need to go and what else we can talk about that may help out. Do you have any medical issues?
Not that I know.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm flipping papers here so that I can make sure that I keep my facts straight. Have you ever been diagnosed or treated for any other mental health issues or anything? Nothing. Awesome. That's good. Are you currently taking any medications?
No medications.
No medications. On a scale of 1 to 4, how would you rate your risk of harming yourself?
0.
0. That's good. That's good to know. Do you use alcohol or drugs?
I'm not a substance
Wow, that's good to know. I know that must be difficult at times to know that kids are at high risk these days. But that's awesome. You're doing really well with it. Do you feel like you have any personal strengths? And what would you say those are?
I'm usually hardworking. I think I'm smart. I have a good sense of humor and I like making people laugh.
All right, yes, that's a good quality too. That's a great quality to have, having a good sense of humor. What do you hope to achieve by working with me and in our agency?
Coping skills, really just trying to manage those.
That sounds good. Yeah, maybe how not to be so stressed out, I guess, too. Yeah, that helps. Figuring out some strategies for managing that stress. Well, based on what you shared with me today, I'd like to tell you about some services that we offer, maybe make some specific recommendations if that's okay.
Okay, I'd like to learn more.
I'd like to learn more. Awesome. Our center offers several services for teenagers your age. We do individual counseling. This can include weekly one-on-one sessions. We'll focus on your anxiety and management with coping skills as well. Academic stress management techniques so that we can help you pull your grades up in school. And we also are available after school hours. That makes a huge difference because it makes it kind of impossible to get counseling sometimes during school hours. But we do actually have a school counselor that travels and can meet you at school if that were necessary. We could do that. The second support system that we have in place is called group support programs. We have a teen anxiety group that meets on Tuesdays from 4 to 5. We also have teen study skills group, and they meet on Thursdays from 4 to 5. And then we have a peer support circle, which is really interesting, and it meets on Wednesdays from 3:30 to 4:30. And we have family services as well. We do family counseling sessions, if that might be something you are interested in. We do parent and teen communication workshops. And there's also a section for divorce adjustment fees for teens. That may be something you might be interested in. We also have an academic support service that we do where we do study skill workshops. And if you have test anxiety, if you may be suffering some anxiety from taking tests, and sometimes that can be a source of stress. And we have school liaison services where we can advocate for you maybe if that is a problem, testing services. And I'd like to also mention too that we have a crisis service that we are available. You can talk to someone 24/7. We're always available. We have emergency walk-in appointments, screening crisis management commission. If you ever feel like you're in a crisis situation and you need some information, we can certainly deal with that. For your specific situation, here's something I'd like to recommend personally for you. I think that we should start doing maybe a weekly individual counseling session. We can work on and develop some anxiety management strategies. We can learn stress reduction techniques, and we can work on academic coping skills as well. I also think it would benefit greatly if you joined our teen anxiety group and you could connect with peers, that have faced similar challenges, learn from others' experiences, and practice those skills in a very supportive environment. And the third thing I'd like to suggest is maybe some family counseling. It might help if you could improve communications at home. maybe address some of the divorce-related stress that you are going through with your parents, I think. Do you think that would be?
I feel like I'm in the individual section, so I'm not so comfortable with the group.
Okay, well, I understand that. Certainly. I certainly understand that. You can always, it's always available, so, if you change your mind at any time, we can always do those and set you up for that. But it's completely normal to feel uncertain about group sessions. I know a lot of teenagers feel that way at first. And if you'd like to start with individual counseling, and maybe perhaps consider that group session later, we can certainly manage that.
Okay.
Is that what you would prefer to do?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Well, our next steps is that I think we need to schedule your first counseling session for next week. Does that sound okay with you?
Yeah.
You'll receive our welcome packet. We'll have all of our emergency contact numbers and our standard policies and procedures. We have to get those out. That's just standard office stuff. And then we'll give you a resource list for teens. And I think that will help you. You'll have our crisis hotline number just in case you need that support between sessions. And we can reassess in a month if you'd like. Maybe add any additional services that we have. Does this work for you?
Yes, that sounds great.
Now, just so you know that all of our services are free. We have grants and subsidies and different places that sponsor us so that we can provide these services to teens and their families for free. So don't feel like you're under an obligation, or you don't need to worry about how your parents would pay for anything or anything else, because we've got you covered there. And we feel like we can do this for as long as we need to. Do you have any questions or additional concerns about anything? Do you have anything else you'd like to share with me?
No.
So we're good. Okay, that sounds great. I will get you an appointment card, and I'll get everything set up with you with the front desk, and then we probably have a few more forms for you to sign, and we'll need to get some address and information like that. So now that we're through this, I would like to go ahead and maybe get do you have a mailing address, and are you okay with us sending this to your?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your mailing address?
LettyGwen@gmail.com.
Okay. That is your email address, lettygwen@gmail.com. Okay, and what is your home address where we can send you mail?
196 Fuller Ridge Road.
Okay. And where is that located? In what city and what zip code?
Oak Park 28622.
Oak Park, and I'm assuming that's North Carolina, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you have a telephone? Do you have a
Yes.
phone? Okay, what's your phone number?
828 504 0020.
Okay, great. That sounds good. And your full name is
Letty Amir Gwen.
Letty Amir Gwen. Okay, good deal. Well, I think that mostly gets everything out of the way, so that now we have your mailing address and your telephone number, and you have ours, and we have, we'll get this in place, and I look forward to seeing you in a week.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
It was
Letty.
nice to meet you too.
You have a good afternoon.
I will.